Jar Baker from MMAmadhouse, and I'm here with Jacob Hutchison, making his amateur debut tomorrow night at Walkout FC 3.
That's right.
Jacob, how you feel, man? Tell us where you from, where you fight out of, and a little bit about you.
I'm super excited for tomorrow night. It'll be my first debut. I'm representing Henson's Combat Jiu-Jitsu. We're out of Chinook, Kansas. We also work with David Tice out of 10th Planet Riverside. We're closely related with the 10th Planet guys. This is what I love to do. I've been actually training jiu-jitsu since I was 13 years old with Sensei Kerry Henson. Actually got to know Dave Tice out of California. He knows anybody who's anybody in the jiu-jitsu community. Real close friends with Gokor. Done a lot of training with Gokor Chavichin, Judo Jean LaBelle. Same people who train Ronda Rousey. This is kind of my first actual cage fight, my debut, and I'm actually so excited for it. It's been a long time coming.
So I know you got to be excited to get in the cage for the first time, and not only that, you're the first fight of the night.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm first fight of the night. Perfect. That makes me even more excited.
You should be getting the crowd, really roared up and everything. And so, what have you been lived in Chinook all your life, or?
I was born and raised in Chinook. I've traveled abroad. I've went to London, England. I've been to California, Florida, Texas, Jamaica. Jamaica's beautiful place. I want to go to Brazil.
Yeah.
I want to go to Brazil. My instructor in California, Dave Tice, he speaks fluent Portuguese, and everybody loves the guy. And he's actually really excited for me, and he's coming back down in September, actually.
So when you say you got into the jiu-jitsu when you're 13 and stuff, had you watched any of the UFC fights and got you interested and say, hey man, I want to do that?
Actually,
that's what I want to do. I want to be a jiu-jitsu practitioner. I mean, how did that come about?
My dad used to buy us videos, and he wanted to make sure that his kid was able to defend themselves. And he also knew Taekwondo, and we would always, research new, martial arts. We love Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was iconic in my household.
Absolutely.
So I got started on Bruce Lee. Well, then we started seeing the UFC, and I remember the first UFCs I watched with my dad, and it was actually very exciting to see, because you didn't know who was going to win. Now that the sport's evolved, it's a different game, and there's so much more to it. And I remember, telling my dad, Tito Ortiz was a big inspiration to me, growing up, and I loved watching fights. I've gotten in quite a few fights outside of the cage, but what's nice about this is it's legal and I can't get in trouble, you know what I mean? So my cousin said he was kind of jealous of me because I actually get to punch or kick someone or knee someone as hard as I can. I can't get in trouble for it. It's legal.
So is it safe to say Tito is one of your favorite fighters from out of the UFC?
I'd say Tito was probably one of my favorite. I also loved Vitor Belfort. Yeah. Randy Couture was also good. Vanderlei Silva. I was a huge Vanderlei Silva fan. We got to train with guys that trained with Eric Paulson. Eric Paulson's probably one of my favorite practitioners. I actually got an opportunity to roll with Jeff Glover. I don't know if you know who Jeff Glover is. He's kind of the man, as far as being the best in the world at his weight class. And I grappled him out of Smoker in California with my instructor, and I didn't even know who the guy was at first.
Okay, man. Now I got a question. Now I got to ask you: what are the fans going to expect tomorrow night? Making your amateur debut, first fight on the card. What can they expect?
Well, what they can expect from me is, I want to come out here to put on an epic performance is what I really want to do. And, I'm not afraid to stand. I'm not afraid to take someone down. I'm not afraid to get taken down. It's going to be, I'm looking for a war. If this dude ain't looking for a war, then he's in trouble.
So
because I'm ready for it.
Can we expect to stand up or go to the ground?
It depends. I like to stand up, but my heart, is I like to be on the ground and I like to open things up. They call me Jake the Snake for a reason.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah, I'm pretty on it. I'm pretty salty.
Jacob, I'll tell you, man, I'm really looking forward to watching your amateur debut.
Perfect.
You got any shout outs you want to give to? You want to?
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Rabbi David Tice. I want to give a shout out to Sensei Kerry Henson. I want to give a shout out to Jason Gormley. I want to give a shout out to CrossFit of Chanute, my strength and conditioning coaches, Satin Wicker, all the CrossFit family. Brett Wicker for helping me cut weight, the Trebuke, Selena Trebuke for helping me with the Keto OS, and all my lovers and haters, man, keep loving and keep hating, man, because you're doing it. You're inspiring me. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hey, Jacob Hutchison making his amateur debut tomorrow night at Walkout FC, and you can catch it at gfl.tv. If you can't make it to the show, order it, $9.99, gfl.tv. All right, out. Thank you, man.
Perfect. All right, my brother. Are we